Hey, Jace Tunnell here. Hey, this is exciting today. Look at this. We got a stone crab. I don't see these alive that often on the beach. So the fact that we're seeing it today, I don't know what that means, but we're pretty close. Oh, I'm getting all wet here. We're pretty close to the jetty in Port Aransas. They like habitats that are kind of around structure. So a jetty is where you might think that they would be. They could also be around pilings, rocky outcroppings, things like that. But what's so important about these crabs, besides being real strong, is they are a major fishery. And these claws right here are what is the delicacy. Now, the body of it is not that big, and so people don't typically eat the body, but the claws, there's actually a fishery for it and a season for it. And these things they're expensive, and it's partly because they can only be harvested in certain times of the year. So mid-October to mid-May is the season. And you can only take one claw, so they can actually grow it back. If it's broken in the right place, they can quickly seal it up and begin to grow it back. If it's not broken in the right place, they could actually bleed to death, which would not be good. But this one, I don't know. It looks a little slow. Although a while ago, man, that thing was trying to bite me. It seemed like. But I'm going to end up putting this thing back in. What else? They are found in the Gulf of Mexico, obviously, all the way up to Connecticut and down to Colombia in South America, and so in the Caribbean too. So you can find them around there. What eats these? You might be thinking, besides us, because we like that, right? Grouper. Octopus, those are some of the main predators to these things. What do these eat? These are mainly vegetarian. They can be vegetarian and eat seagrass and stuff, but most of the time they're not. And I'm watching out for the water here. Most of the time they're feeding on oysters. So these claws can actually bust into oysters. That's how strong they are. You don't want to get bit by one of these. It could break your bone in your finger. The other thing is they can eat mollusks, crustaceans, polychaetes, like worms. Mainly, I guess, carnivorous. We'll call it omnivorous because they eat both. But this is a real important species here. I thought y'all would get a kick out of this. Here, let's see. Can you see that? Well, you can really see the difference between other crabs, and it's the size of the claw. They have the black tips on them, and compared to the body, the claws are really large. Okay, well, I guess that's about all I got to say about it. Oh, another interesting fact is that the females, they can lay up to 1 million eggs. That's a lot of eggs, one crab. And so, I think early on, the reason they came up with the fishery the way they did was that, they take one claw and it grows back instead of taking the entire crab, because one crab having 1 million eggs, that's good for the population. And the claws taste so good that whenever they first started harvesting them, found out that they were good, there was a possibility that there wouldn't be any more. So my generation, if they didn't come up with these regulations, might not even have been able to enjoy seeing them and actually tasting them and eating them. So it's important that we have fishery regulations for that purpose. But okay, I thought this would be interesting. I don't think I've seen a live one here before. I'm gonna go put him back out in the water, so hopefully he survives. Okay, until next time, we'll talk to you later. Bye.